What is up, my fellow Chibits? Today, I'm here to bring all of you the weekly Q&A Chibit questions. Now, as always, I want to ask, please leave me your questions in the comments below, and when it comes around the same time next week, I want to be selecting 15 or so questions that I have yet to answer, and then answer them in a video. So anyways, let's begin. So the first question here, have you heard or seen the new Pokemon Sun and Moon starters and the legendaries? If you're joining in the next adventure, which starter will you pick and which game will you get, Chibi? I heard about the 3 new starters. I saw a picture of them. I saw the awesome badass looking fire cat. I saw the awesome looking little cute owl, and then the weird disgusting looking water thing that just needs to like get the fuck out of here. I just gotta say right now, if I had to choose a starter, I'm sorry, I'm not going with that disgusting water thing. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's disgusting. I want to go with the cat, the badass fucking cat. Maybe the owl too. I like the owl, very cute little thing, but I like the badass fire cat. So I want to go with the fire cat when it comes to this generation of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Would you consider growing a huge afro? I don't know why, but whenever I look at you when you grow your hair, I imagine an afro looking good on you. You know, I have actually did a vlog a very, very long time ago, and I've discussed this, and I did showcase my hair being in some form of an afro a long time ago, and it was like a big afro thing, and it's in one of my vlogs. I don't know which one it is. It was a very long time ago, but some have said they would like to see me do like a full review or something with me trying out an afro. And, you know, maybe that's something I can do. Possibly for a milestone, maybe if you Chibits recommend it. Who knows, maybe I can do a like challenge or something for it. But it's something that some have asked before, so maybe I could. It really depends. Your top 3 mangakas. These can change at any time, but this is what comes to mind. Kentaro from Berserk, number 1 right there. I love the writer of Berserk. Ishida for number 2, and number 3, Togashi. Those are my top 3 favorite mangaka. What equipment do you use to record your picture and your audio? I use a Nikon D3300 or 3300. I use a Nikon camera. That's the entire title. Nikon D3300. And I use a Blue Yeti for a mic. Now, when it comes to actual my recording software, I use Audacity, and I use Sony Vegas, which loves to fucking crash 24/7, and when I render, it's a piece of shit. There was one time when I was editing the vlog. Oh god. As you know, the vlogs are very long. Like, they're really, really long. They're like almost sometimes an hour. They can be 30 minutes, whatever. That's a lot of content. Usually, roughly, when I have a raw, big footage of the vlog, it's around an hour long. That's usually how long the vlogs are, how much footage I have to edit through. And when you're editing an hour-long footage, if you've ever edited before, you know that's a lot. And when you edit, like, half of it, like 30 minutes worth of it, and then it crashes, and you have only the first 3 minutes edited, you get pretty sick to where you want to throw up. So, ever since then, every time I make an edit, it's constantly been something I've always done. I've always saved. I've saved my last thing. I've always constantly saved my settings. Every fucking time I do some form of edit on the thing. It's a lot of saves, but still, I'm tired of it crashing. It's so bad. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the fucking program. It could be a little bit of both. But in terms of equipment, there you go. I told you a little bit off topic, but yeah, there you go. What was your dream job when you were younger? Are you still pursuing it? Okay, so my dream job. Now, I think as every kid, when you're growing up, you have a lot of different dream jobs you want to be. Like, you want to be this certain thing, and then you change it and you want to be something else. There's quite a few things I wanted to be when I was growing up. Like, I wanted to be an archaeologist, and then I wanted to be a game designer, and then it moved over into graphic design. One day, I do want to become a graphic designer. I hope one day I can accomplish that, maybe save up the money or something to be able to do that, but that's something I've always wanted to do, is to become a graphic designer. If you could have any devil fruit power, what would it be? Huh. There's so many things here. That's a hard one right there. That's a really, really hard one. Like, I know what I would want if I wanted a pre-existing ability. I would want, you know, Whitebeard's, you know, Earthquake, his Quake fruit. That's what I would want. But if I had to choose something brand new, I'm trying to think of something that hasn't been used when it comes to One Piece. some form of history manipulation ability, or some form of time ability. That's something I would like to use, or something I would like to have. If I had to have something new that wasn't in One Piece, I'd like some form of time manipulation ability. Something where I could either stop time, fast forward time, reverse time, maybe I can alter time in a certain way, maybe with a book or something. I would like something like that. That's something I would like if it came to a Devil Fruit power, if it had to be something brand new to One Piece. What are your thoughts on the migration of COD players to Battlefield? People are finally starting to learn what's actually better, to be honest. Which would you choose? Number 1, a completely faithful anime adaptation of Spice and Wolf light novels, all 7... Oh. You better give me something very good after this question, because I'm usually probably going to choose number 1. Number 2, a complete anime reboot of Berserk, adapting everything and staying... Fuck! Fuck! Don't do this to me! In real life meetup with Togashi Yoshida. Language barrier is an issue. You're cruel. You're cruel. You're cruel. You're cruel. Man, that's fucking cruel. That's cruel. That's so fucking cruel. That's so hard! Don't do that shit to me! You're killing me. I'm dying inside right now. I'm dying inside. Like, I am dying inside because of this question. Oh. Oh, I don't want. I want a faithful adaptation of Berserk. There you go. That's what I love to see. If it was actually faithful, didn't skip anything, showed everything, Berserk. Hands down. Now let me go die inside. What is the best fighting anime and manga, and why is it Baki the Grappler? What the fuck is Baki the Grappler? You have the choice to bring one of these characters to life, Guts or Hisoka. Who do you choose? I'm going to throw in some, assumptions here. When you say bring these characters to life, I'm assuming you're saying bring their personal problems to our world as well. So, if I was to bring Guts, Guts would still be cursed. Guts would still have his Berserker armor. He would still be going through a lot of issues. He would want to save Casca. And he would still be attacked every night by spirits, demons, and shit. Which would drag it to our world, for instance, our astral lair, our plane of existence, which could fuck us all over. So, honestly, I would say no. I would not bring Guts to our plane of existence, because that would ruin our astral lair. I don't want that. So, let's go with Hisoka. I'd rather have our crazy pedo clown than having Guts just destroy the entire world. I'm sorry. I just gotta go with that. Forgive me. Chibi, how much do you spend outdoors when you are not recording or editing? I've never heard of this outside you speak of. If you had to choose one of these to be your son, who would it be? Kin Kaneki, Guts, Killua Zoldyck, and Shinichi Izumi's. So, if I am going to be their father, that means I'm going to have their own issues, okay? Let's just put into perspective if I was their father in the actual story. And that's what I want to assume here. So if I was their father in the actual story, and they were my son, this eliminates quite a few options. So, let's look at it. Kaneki Kin. If I was Kin's father, that would mean that I'm dead as fuck. So, it's a bad option. Number 2, Guts. Killua Zoldyck. Now, this is a pretty good one. I mean, we know Killua's father is a trained assassin. He's pretty badass and macho. He's a beefcake, pretty much. He's a pretty good, option. And number 4, Shinichi Izumi. His father's kind of like an average dad, so with that lost his wife, obviously. Honestly, I would want to have Killua as my son. Yeah, I would say Killua would be my son because I would be a badass fucking assassin breaking people's necks and shit. That'd be very fun. So, yeah, Killua. I would have him as my son. Which offer do you think are the best in terms of art/writing? I'm going to separate these, art and writing. I want to separate those. So my favorite manga when it comes to art-wise, definitely Vagabond stands out. Sunken Rock and then Berserk. Those 3 stand out when it comes to art I have seen. Now, this can change because I haven't seen all manga. I have not seen every single manga out there, so that can change at any time. But from what I have personally experienced, Vagabond, Sunken Rock, and Berserk have some beautiful art. Berserk is one of the best written series I've ever seen. I really like Vagabond as well. Vagabond has some really good writing. Tokyo Ghoul, Hunter x Hunter, obviously. And other writing. Pandora Hearts is another one, too. I like Pandora Hearts' writing. Bakuman, Death Note. That's just to name a few. If someone had to die in the new Hunter x Hunter Deathmatch, who would you rather die? Hisoka or Kuroro? Oh, God. I've thought about this one pretty long, actually. If one of them had to, in fact, die, and I was given the option to allow one to die, I would say Kuroro. Yeah, I mean, I would say I would let him die. Let me explain my reasoning for this. Because Hisoka right now, he has way more that he has to live for. I mean, he has his entire match with Gon. That's what has to happen. That's like one of the final fights of the series. Hisoka versus Gon. And Kuroro, he has a lot, too. He has a lot to the series as well, but I feel like there'd be more impact if he was to die than Hisoka. And see, the main thing here is Kuroro at this time, he's pretty fucking OP with his abilities. Like, he's at the point of broken. And if he died, it would be interesting. But it also free up more people to come after Hisoka because of what he did. For instance, the Phantom Trope might come after Hisoka, and then Hisoka also would have fights with them, and then Hisoka eventually get his fight with Gon and other characters. So, personally, if I had to sacrifice one of them, I would say Kuroro, he needs to die. I think you have made 4 or 5 of these already, and I think it's time you answer my question. Would you allow Hisoka to rape you if it meant another season of Hunter x Hunter? GG. And with that, my fellow Chibits, that is the end of this week's Q&A. Leave me your questions in the comments below. Hopefully all of you had fun. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.